Well, last night was a big flop in the MAGA base. We did not vote for a war with Iran. We're getting a repeat of the last 11 times in which we've gone to war in Israel since 1948. Iran was not the threat, and it wasn't even the real reason we did this. This goes back to the Clean Break Memo in 1996 and how all 7 countries surrounding were set up to be overthrown, and that agenda just got finished and carried out today. No, it's not because they chant death to America. And I'll debunk that false virtuous point real quick. If we went to war with every single country that said America, we would be at war with everybody. America First is bigger than one man. It's bigger than Donald Trump. I've said this before. If Trump does something that's not in our interest, we have every right to call that out. I'm an American patriot. I stand for the American people. I'm not a Trump paid surrogate. I'm not shilling Trump for no reason. I'm being objective and fair about what's going on. It's actually amusing to me to see people like Charlie Kirk try to provide cover for this. Here's the truth. This is an impeachable offense because every act of war requires the approval of Congress. Unless you're truly that much in love with Trump that you'll disregard the Constitution and vouch for more soldiers in the Middle East, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Do you think Iran just going to sit back and do nothing? No, Trump has forced them to retaliate. We have 2,000 soldiers at bases in Syria. We've got troops in Baghdad. We've got troops all over that area. And now we just created an existential crisis that's going to put our soldiers and our country at risk. Not to mention gas prices are going to go up. I hope you guys realize we just entered ourselves in another situation that's even worse than Iraq. This is not 2020 where we took Soleimani. Iran is way bigger than Syria. It's way bigger than Iraq. This is a country of 90 million people, and we just entered war with them. 20 years from now, when the same people who were showing the Iraq war saying, oh, this is America's interest, this isn't going to last long, and no troops will be on the ground. Remember those same people who are saying that, and 20 years from now, we're going to look back at this. It will be exactly like Iraq and maybe even worse. Here's what people don't understand. Israel has been using and manipulating us this entire time to complete the Clean Break Memo, to expand to the greater project. They want regional dominance, and they've used our taxpayer dollars for politicians and received the to do so from the United States of America. And who's the president of the United States that's okay with this, or at least doesn't have the courage to stand up to them? It's President Donald Trump, it's President Joe Biden, and it's every president before that except President John F. Kennedy, and look what happened to him. If anything, he could have gotten a Nobel Peace Prize if he actually got both countries to denuclearize. He supported one over the other, in which the one didn't even on U.S. soil for it to happen. This is crazy, folks. I never would have wished this. I had a feeling this is going to happen. All we can do is pray and hope that as little amount of casualties happen after this, but it does look inevitable. We have forced ourselves in yet another conflict that's going to do 10 to 20 years of damage on our American people for generations to come. If the president of the United States does not have control of his own foreign policy to keep us out of these conflicts, we have control of absolutely nothing. And that's the thing, I'm a lifelong Trump supporter. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. But you know what? If I'm wrong, which I don't think I am, I'm willing to take that risk because I signed up to speak the truth and do what's right for America. And if that means going against what I've supported for the longest time, then so be it.